Using the same spear tip to burn these quills in, and I've got it turned down to, you know, a nice low temperature. You can always turn it back up and come back and do it some more. Pulling it right along the sides of the quill, that pencil line, which raises the quill and lowers the wood behind on either side. A lot of times you'll see quills where they'll just take and make a cut line all along right down the side of each side of the quill. Then they come back and they put the barbs in, but if you look close, the barbs are not attached and when you use that method, because there's a cut line and there's a little cut separating them from the quill. So to me that does not seem realistic. So I lower the wood on either side of this quill line, which raises it. It is important for me to come back and sand around each one of these quills I've just burned in. Doesn't take a lot, but you don't want to leave little bevel marks behind. They're a dead giveaway. And another thing to keep in mind is the quill doesn't have to be, you know, just so obvious, especially towards the end of a feather where it becomes the size of the barb. So what indicates a quill when it's that small is the change in the direction of the barb flow. So it's very subtle in some cases and doesn't necessarily need a quill burned in on the smaller feathers. It just needs the barb change to occur. If you don't want to take the time to come back and you're competitive carver, if you're a competitor and you don't take the time to come back and clean these things up and really make them clean and convincing, again, we're creating an illusion, and the fact that it's wood makes it difficult as it is. So you want to go back and make sure that you've taken care of all of the things that might make these feathers look like wood when we're trying to achieve the look of feathers. Nicks and divots and grain lines and quill mark, side bevels from burning, all of these things just add up, and can't really afford to have any of them if you're a competitor and you want to win. These are the things the judges, they're not looking for them, but they see them when they're there. It's like, oh man, Wish they'd have taken the time to knock those edges off before they... With the sandpaper, it would have taken them 5 minutes. And they skipped that step because they were too anxious, or they just lost sight. Didn't have a plan. You know, gotta have a plan.